The most vital film I saw at Sundance this year didn't rely on a loud premise or the typical indie stylistic flourishes, but on the quiet, precarious geometry of a single household. Liz Sargent's Take Me Home, winner of the Waldo Salt Screenwriting Award, is a work powered by empathy and by rigorous observation. The story centers on 38-year-old Anna, a Korean-American adoptee with a cognitive disability, living in suburban Florida. She exists in a delicate, symbiotic relationship with her aging parents, a triad where everyone is simultaneously the caregiver and the cared for. It is a fragile ecosystem that functions until it can't. When tragedy strikes, the structure doesn't just crack, it collapses, forcing her sister Emily to rush back from New York to navigate impossible choices. Sargent uses this intimate drama to expose the caregiving crisis in America. To put a scale on the film's themes, the estimated economic value of unpaid family care in the U.S. is more than twice the annual revenue of Apple. Yet our policy and our politics treat this labor as an invisible, infinitely renewable resource. Take Me Home shows the human cost of that assumption, the way dignity is placed in jeopardy when society expects families to shoulder everything alone. However, don't mistake this film for a grim social tract. The film is alive with humor and a specific kind of grace. Because it stars the director's own sister and was filmed in their family home, there is so much lived-in detail. It avoids the pity lens we often see in stories about disability. Instead, it accepts its characters as they are, acknowledging both their limitations and their immense capabilities. I've seen some early reactions suggest that the film's optimistic ending feels like a retreat from the harshness of its subject matter, as if the only realistic payoff should have been cynical or tragic. I disagree. There is power in art that refuses to despair. By showing us a world that should exist, Sargent challenges us to bridge the gap between our current reality and that better future. If Take Me Home reaches a festival near you, or secures the wide distribution it deserves, make sure to catch it a priority. It is a special film that manages to be both heartbreaking critique and hopeful blueprint.